Welcome to yet another episode of Talking the Talk with Saad Khan. And today's episode is a bit, I would say, controversial. Pakistani journalist that we all are well aware of, Mr. Imran Riaz Khan, has been missing for more than 3 weeks now. And the situation is extremely serious. And recently, all authorities, all security agencies have testified that they do not have Mr. Imran Riaz Khan. So where is he actually? That is the question. South Asian director of Reporters Without Borders, Mr. Daniel Bastia, is here with us, and he broke this news that Mr. Imran Riaz Khan has been tortured while in detention, and he may have died. And he quotes in his article that he has received this information from confidential diplomatic sources. So we welcome Mr. Daniel Bassier to our show. And thank you, Daniel, for giving us the time and giving us the opportunity to interview you. Daniel, the news that you share, it has been shared widely on the internet, and everyone wants to know the whereabouts of Mr. Imran Riaz Khan. What news do you have regarding his whereabouts, and is he safe and well according to your sources?
Well, I'll be totally honest. We don't know where Imran Riaz Khan is, and we don't know in which condition he is. According to our sources, he may have been tortured. So it's really a fear, given the Arshad Sharif precedent. But really, there is no evidence on the fact that Imran Riaz Khan has been tortured or killed. It's really just out of a conversation with relevant stakeholders that I had that created this a sense of emergency. Because the police said, well, we arrested Mr. Imran Riaz Khan at some point. We released him very quickly. Then some agencies asked us to give them a van. And obviously, what we know is that Imran Riaz Khan has been taken, abducted in this police van. But the police, the Inspector General of Police of Punjab, clearly stated that he asked all the police services throughout Pakistan. Nobody is able to say where is Imran Riaz Khan. And I have, and so some intelligence agencies also told the judge that they don't know where he is. That's a big problem, because if the intelligence agency don't know where he is, then it means that they have lost power, or there is some problem within different agencies. Some have some information, some other agencies don't have this information. That's a problem. I mean, it's an administrative problem. The other hypothesis is that someone is lying, and that's another big problem. So we really, I know the Pakistani context, but we really wish that the current government, the civil government, will be able to produce Mr. Imran Riaz Khan before a judge in due respect of the rule of law. That's very important at this stage.
But Daniel, as per your sources and as per your statement that you have spoken to certain individuals and certain sources in Pakistan, what is your opinion? Whether is he alive, or and if he is alive, where he is he being held captive by a certain agency, and which agency is that? Do you have any hint as to where, after your conversation with the sources of yours, did you receive any sort of hint as to where his current whereabouts might be? Because as you have said that someone is lying, and if someone is lying, according to your hypothesis and according to your analysis, who that might be, and where do you think is Imran Riaz Khan currently is, and how is he? Is he well? Is he alive?
Mm-hmm. Again, I'll be totally honest with you. I don't have this kind of information. I really don't know who is lying. And in this very sensitive time in Pakistan, in Pakistani politics, I think it's very important not to spread any kind of
Exactly.
misinformation.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it is very important to know what we know. But ev almost every day there are new elements that complicate this case. Yesterday we learned that some mobile phones who are involved in the case of Imran Riaz Khan has been traced back to Afghanistan.
Yes.
So how is it possible? Who is behind these? And maybe is Imran Riaz Khan in Afghanistan? With what kind of agency? What kind of Taliban? All this is very, very blurry for the while. And I think we need to be very careful about everything that we say to avoid any kind of misinformation. That's very important. So it's good that we use bricks. You know, each kind of information helps to build a wall, but the wall is full of holes for the whiles. And I'll be very honest with you. I really don't know who is lying, and I'm not in the position to point this or that NG agency at this stage. I think it's very important to be very careful.
Talking about Arshad Sharif's murder, and you said that the Reporters Without Borders conducted their own parallel investigation. What findings did you receive there, and what conclusion did you draw from your investigation?
The most important results and preliminary results that we found in our investigation in Kenya, in Nairobi, is that the Kenyan version of what happened is not credible. It's not possible. What they say that Arshad Sharif was shot from a long distance is not possible because his body was clearly shot at close range.
Right.
So all this is very clear. So at some point we are close to the conclusion of the Pakistani Joint Investigation Team, but a whole part of the investigation is not clear yet, especially what happened to Arshad Sharif when he went to Dubai, to the Emirates. The people he met there, obviously he met some people from some Pakistani agency. Again, we don't know which agency. So we have to be very careful about that. But there is, until now, we can say there is some involvement in the fact that Arshad Sharif left Pakistan, then left the Emirates, and went to Kenya. So yeah, please go ahead.
So what you are saying is there are many loopholes in the investigation from the Kenyan side, and for the conclusion that we all can draw is that there has to be a more in-depth investigation as to what happened, what led to Arshad Sharif's exit from Pakistan, and then the chain of events that happened. All right, Daniel, a last question to you, and that is the two journalists went missing. That is, the one was Sami Ibrahim, and the second was Imran Riaz Khan. Sami Ibrahim, thankfully, has returned back to his family, and he's safe and sound. I've personally got in touch with people who have interacted with Sami Ibrahim, and they're saying that he's fine. He's mentally and physically fine. What chances do you think the same for happening for Mr. Imran Riaz Khan, or do you think that Imran Riaz Khan's stance before his arrest was so severe that his release might not be that early as to in comparison with Sami Ibrahim's?
The release of Sami Abraham was a clear relief for us, but you know, I'm in touch with some members of the family of Imran Riaz Khan, and they are extremely worried, of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Including his lawyer. So and it's been a while. You know, we published this story whose title was "Where is Imran Riaz Khan?" Clearly asking the authorities to tell us, please, you're in a sovereign state. Please find this citizen. And the government, the civil government, hasn't been able to reply. The police said, we don't know. And some agencies said, we are not responsible for that. So that's why, yeah, someone is lying or someone is not telling everything.
The
whom
situation
that's the
is
question.
extremely complex right now in
Yeah, yeah.
Pakistan, and we all pray and hope that the situation neutralizes as soon as possible, dissolves, and sanity prevails in every part of the government and the stakeholders in Pakistan. Thank you, Daniel, for giving us the time, and it was an absolute honor to have you on our show. And we hope that
Thank
you'll
you, Saad.
return with the next story, and we'll talk more about global politics. So, thank you, Daniel, and stay safe. And thank you so much.